half-back and Lee Markham at 7. Shane Neville will be joined by Diarmuid Ryan in the middle of the field. Shane Gleeson, Podge Collins will captain the side at centre half forward with Conal O'Hanlon at 12. Cathal McInerney is top of the right, full forward is Conor McGrath, and number 15 is Rian Considine at top of the left. Kilmurry Ibrickane will line out as follows. Looking in here, in goal is David Sexton, full back line Shane Hickey, his brother Darren at full back and Mark Colleen at 4. Daniel Walsh, Kieran Morrissey and Dara Sexton in the half back line with Diarmuid King and Aidan McCarthy in the middle of the field. Michael Hogan in the Coughlin and Dermot Coughlin in the half forward line, while top of the right Keelan Sexton, Darren Callan is a full forward and Marty McMahon wears the number 15 jersey. They're the 15 players we have from Kilmurry Ibrickane, but I would expect changes on that, Rory, in the next few moments, but we'll go with what we had.
We'll go with what we have, and just looking down at our programmes here in front of us still, and all credit to the PRI has produced a beautiful looking programme. Full of all the finals for the weekend, and fair dues to Michael O'Connor. He's there with Clare TV, gives great service to the Clare County Board. The toss has just been made there still in front of us. Niall Quinn, his first senior county football final. He's the man in the middle today, and the very best of luck to him and his officials today. But I'm expecting an intriguing encounter. I had the good fortune a couple of years ago, 2016, to be in the middle for the drawn final, and if we get anything like the excitement we had back then still, and the replay, we'll have a great day in front of us today.
Tell the people what you said about Joe and myself in the 2016 final. We were still giving out about you.
Yeah, they were giving out about me, and I was doing my level best abroad in the middle of the field. It's Niall Quinn's day today. It's his very first day out, so we wish him all the best as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Joe just pointed out to me 19 of the 30 players, of course, that started that day are also playing again today, so something to look forward to as well in that particular encounter. We will be joined, of course, by Rory, as I said, right throughout the afternoon. We're looking down here on the field. The toss is out there. Niall Quinn from St. Joseph's Milltown, and looking like Cratloe going to play from left to right on this occasion, as the hands are waving here in the commentary box. We won't talk about experience, Joe, we can't, because they're equal on that. What are they not equal on? As I said, the Roll of Honour, Kilmurry Ibrickane are well ahead on that, but over the last 10 years, nothing, absolutely nothing between these sides.
No, and when you look at the championship format this year, Kilmurry were at a higher standard, I think, from the word go, given that they were meeting the county champions in round 1, and they maintained that then against their Rogue. They obviously, against Lissy Casey, didn't put them into a semi-final, and I think, you know, even though they scored 114 from play the last day, out of a grand total, you know, they really kicked up some fabulous scores. A number of players getting on, maybe 8 or 9 of them on the scoreboard. I think you're looking at a very different kind of game today. I think a bigger, open, lively scoring match would suit Cratloe a bit better. I think Kilmurry will try and close it down. They have one Martin McMahon, who we've commented on loads of times before. He'll go back in minding the D. I think scores mightn't be as easy to come by as they were in the semi-final. I'm sure Horst will have, you know, chastened everybody into making sure that they cut down the space, because when you have talent like Conor McGrath and Cathal Mack around, and Podge, of course, pulling the strings, Conal O'Hanlon had a mighty second half the last day as well. Plenty of scoring talent there. But on the other side then, you know, Cratloe, even though they scored 216, they conceded 115. So Cullum, that won't do Cullum Collins either. He'll make sure things are a good deal tighter. And I think the key thing is, let's watch the kickouts. Just see, will there be pressure put on David Sexton's kickout for one, his first county senior football final. For me, he's been Kilmurry's player of the year this year. I thought he's been absolutely outstanding. And then Pierce the Lockery will always, they're lads that look for 85, 90, 95% tile return from their kickouts. So the kickouts will be key, because they will not want to concede. I know we're getting closer and closer to our minute silence, so Sil, you take it from here.
Absolutely. Well, Rory mentioned congratulations to Michael O'Connor, of course, to Edel and everybody, and Ken, of course, in real print as well. As we pause for a minute silence here in Cusick Park. And of course, that was in memory of Junior Considine, who sadly passed away during the week, a staunch Kilmurry Ibrickane supporter and a Clare football supporter as well. His son Michael has joined us here on many occasions on analysis, and of course his son Derek is on the backroom team for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Yesterday Goriv and Anam Dealish. It is the most perfect setting here in Cusack Park this afternoon. The sun right around the four corners of Cusack Park. Paul O'Connor and Joe Egan are on the edge of their seats in New York, tuned into us once again this afternoon. That's where they are. Noel Downs looks like a man that's going to start here on the Kilmurry Ibrickane side. Rory, one final prediction before we start.
Yeah, I haven't seen both sides. Still, the fortunate to see a bit of football this year. I've just seen a little more attacking flair from Cratloe, and for me, they just might edge it today.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens on this occasion. Noel Downs is onto the side as well. Shane Neville, as we said, is in the middle. Is out there with number 22, and he's back at right half forward. Once again, it's Niall Quinn from St. Joseph's Milton about to get this county senior football of 2020 underway. There's the ball hopping into the middle of the field. It's tapped down by Colin O'Hanlon into Diarmuid Ryan, out to Shane Neville, and this county football final is on with the Cratloe captain Podge Collins on the ball at the moment, playing from left to right into the old scoreboard end here in Cusack Park. Again holding on to that ball, back out to Lee Markham, the always busy Lee Markham, into Cathal McInerney, 3 points away from winning a top scorer award unless Keelan Sexton goes on a spree. Back out to Shane Neville. Conor McGrath still on the ball, being challenged out there outside to this side of the field. Great work, Mark Killeen doing his best to hold on to the ball, but it's still Cratloe still holding on to it. One of the things about it, into the centre goes to Rian Considine, now bouncing the ball right in front of him. Shane Hickey in front of him. Now the ball is won back by the patient Dara Sexton out to the middle of the field to Marty McMahon. He's on the attack again, popping the ball up, hitting it back into his hands again as he moves up the field. Now that long delivery into Keelan Sexton, but they are tight in the house up. Back there is Sean Collins trying to get that ball away. Lee Markham goes head to head down there in the middle of the field trying to get that ball away. Great work down there also by Andrew Shannon operating around the middle of the field there. He's the man. The ball pops out of his hand into the centre goes. Now it comes out to Shane Gleeson. Shane Gleeson to Colin O'Hanlon, about to be challenged out there in the middle of the field by Diarmuid King, but again letting the ball away. Now it goes out to David Collins, back once again, building all the way from the back. The Collins men line up, and now it's out to David again, driving through the forward, about to be picked up by Daniel Walsh, still holding on to that ball, releasing it on the far side. He has won the free. Let's see what's going to happen, and Cathal McInerney getting away there, but Niall Quinn calling the play back, and it's going to be a free in for Cratloe about 35 metres out, Joe.
Yeah, Niall Quinn had clearly indicated the advantage long before he blew the whistle, but he knew that 4 or 5 seconds were going to expire, and even though Cathal McInerney was a little bit annoyed, it will give a great scoring opportunity to Conor O'Hanlon. He'll be kicking right footed, maybe 25, 28, 30 yards out at max, kicking right footed at an angle that will suit a right footed player. But just to get the matchups right from those people listening in, Michael Brennan is picking up Keelan, and on the other side of the field Mark Killeen has picked up Conor McGrath.
It's going to be Colin O'Hanlon with this kick, this first opportunity for the Cratloe men. High, the ball is dropping in, and the umpire raises the hand as the ball landing straight over the bar. The first of the afternoon from Colin O'Hanlon from a place ball 35 metres out. Cratloe leading by a single point here. Back in the goal mouth is David Sexton, getting the ball out to Diarmuid King in the middle of the field, now laying the ball back and still trying to come away with it is Mark Killeen, going right across the field, back out to Marty McMahon inside the 45 metre line. Of course, many people will talk about the 2020 championship as one of the strangest of all. Well, we have a few snippets of what happened in championship history over the last 133 years, and we'll give you an update on those. Michael Hogan into the middle of the field. Aidan McCarthy is there as well, still holding on to that ball on the far side of the field as they look around. Back again, McCarthy linking up on the far side of the field by the middle by Shane Hickey, but again holding on to the ball at the corner flag at the far side of the field. Shane Hickey still making the run up along the line, twisting and turning, about to be challenged by Rian Considine. They've changed from corner back to corner forward simultaneously from one side of the field to the other, now going, and it's going to be a free in over on the far side of the field, says Niall Quinn, as Shane Hickey, the experience of Shane Hickey, goes to the ground. Kilmurry Ibrickane win the free.
Yeah, Shane Hickey will be nominally a defender, but of course every chance he'll get up. He scored 2 points here in the semi-final from play, and that's all he wanted earlier on. He wanted to make an angle, give Keelan an opportunity, tight enough angle, maybe 35 degrees, but he's only on the 14 metre line, so you'd fancy Keelan to knock this over the bar. Level pegging, you would imagine. We're 3 minutes 36 seconds into the county senior football final of 2020. We'll watch the flight of it now as Keelan bids to level the sides.
Off the left boot, the ball is high in the air, it's popping in, the umpire goes over, the ball goes to the right of the goal and it goes wide. Cratloe still leading with a Colin O'Hanlon point as the clock will tell us up here to our left hand side, exactly 4 minutes gone here in this county football final. Once again the Cratloe men, this is in association with Innes Home Furniture, so greetings to Brendan, to Sarah, to Aideen and to to Sean, all in action down there right throughout the week. And Joe's going to tell us they have a special prize during the week as well, which we'll talk about later on. At the moment, let's keep the eyes on David Collins as he gets the ball into his brother Podge, selling the dummy out to Cathal McInerney, being challenged out there by Kieran Morris, but off the left boot. Podge landing the ball straight over the bar once again. Cratloe going into a 2-point lead here as he's going right through the centre. The Collins brothers combining on that occasion, 2 points to no score.
Beautiful pass from David. He just got the flight of it just right, put in a peach of a pass in front of Podge. Podge knew wanted to swing on his left leg. He dummied off his right, dropped his shoulder, got onto his left leg, and hook kicked the ball beautifully over the bar. Fine positive start by the Collins boys. They'll be his manager and dad, of course, on the sideline will be absolutely thrilled with that.
Absolutely. Driving the ball is Martin McMahon, taking it from Kieran Morris in the middle of the field to Daniel Walsh, one of the up and coming players, not alone in the Kilmurry Ibrickane jersey, but I'd imagine a Clare jersey in the not too distant future. Darren Sexton into the centre. Talk about up and coming. He has arrived, and that's Keelan Sexton trying to get onto the left leg, goes to the right, decides to stay with the right one, pops this one in, and he lands the ball straight over the bar from the boot of Keelan Sexton, getting the ball just beside the 20-metre line, picked up by Michael Brennan, but just turned onto his right. 2 points to 1. Cratloe lead here, with the clock telling us at the moment that just 5.5 minutes gone.
An outstanding score from Keelan. Now his grandmother Anne-Marie Burke will be listening in, and Martin Christopher, of course. They'll be watching the mainstream live in Quilty today. Keelan has made a very positive start, so raise a glass to him back there. Right now, 2 points to 1. We're only 5 minutes 37 seconds, and so far it's been really top drawer stuff.
And the ball coming down into the middle of the field once again. Michael Hogan almost getting a hand to it, and he went back and he got the ball back into his hand, back out to Daniel Walsh, to Shane Hickey. Shane Hickey looking around here at the moment on the far side of the field, about to be picked up again, waiting, holding on to it, still holding on to it again, looking up. Oh, there's vision all the way across to this side of the field to Darragh Sexton. Darragh Sexton is Diarmaid King running off his left. That's the man that gets the ball at the moment, trying to move out to this side of the field, puts the ball back to the ground, in play at the moment, still trying to hold on to it, back into the centre of goal, still trying to get that ball away as Daniel Walsh now holding on to it. Out the ball goes to the far side to Dermot Coughlin. Dermot Coughlin over to back here to the middle is Kieran Morrissey again, just controlling the ball. Now Kieran Morrissey on the far side of the field, and it goes up to Mark Colleen. Mark Colleen is heading for up to Noel Downs. Noel Downs trying to get the ball back into play, but the ball is fumbled and it falls right into the hands of the Cratloe men. Sean Chaplin was the man setting it up to Conor McGrath in the middle of the field. 2 points to 1 it is here at the moment. Shane Gleeson on the ball, Cratloe leading. Liam Markham is on it, chips the ball down to this side of the field, trying to get it again. Shane Neville popping it into the centre. Cathal McInerney coming out with it. Darren Hickey on his shoulder at the moment, and the referee has indicated if the ball is going out to the far side, it's got to be no advantage.
He had given raising his arm, Niall Quinn, in fairness, and we followed the play. But just interesting, when Cratloe broke up that last attack still, they looked up the field. Conor McGrath got in his own 45. It was 5 Kilmurry defenders to 1 Cratloe forward. So right then, we'll stay with the play now because there's an opportunity coming up for the Cratloe boys.
And here comes to Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath to Shane Gleeson, about to be challenged in the middle of the field out there by Ed McCarthy, releasing it, now sending the dummy, but still has work to do. Back to Podge, he's trying to get an opening. Now back it goes to Shane Gleeson again. Now he has a chance off the right, again sending the dummy to Martin McMahon. Podge still holding on to this one, back into the middle of the field, out to Diarmaid Ryan. He'll have a go from out the field. It's high, it's dropping in. That's a superb score for Diarmaid Ryan and for Cratloe. 3 points to 1, Rory, at this stage. Entertaining stuff as be expected.
Entertaining stuff, and that's the way to beat the blanket. Kick it over from 46 metres. A great score for Cratloe, but still a real open game, intense stuff. And as Joe said, when the play broke down on that occasion, Cratloe were looked up. Conor McGrath came forward. There was only 1 in front of the goal with 6 defenders. It's about conserving your energy, and with 10 minutes to go, we'll see who has the more energy. But really entertaining stuff in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Ed McCarthy with the ball down here to the left hand side. 3 points to 1. Cratloe lead at the moment. Into the centre it goes, back out to Diarmaid King, again pushing the ball right through the centre, and Mark Colleen has been very, very busy. Into Keelan Sexton looking for the 1-2. He has the ball in front of the goal, and just it's a superb goal. Mark Colleen stole all the way up the field, and with number 4 on his back, he went up, he linked up with Keelan Sexton, and then he was gone right through the centre and literally rolled the ball into the back of the net. What a finish from a cornerback, Joe. 1-1 to 3 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane lead.
Outstanding goal from Mark, and he gave a peacher pass to Kilmurry. Have turned over the kick out, Sil.
Again the ball going right through. Now it's right up to the side again. A shot. The ball going in from Keelan Sexton, and once again going into the far side. It's gone right across the goal, and it's gone wide. It looked like a green flag, at least a white one. None of them applied. wide. Ball was wide. What a let off for Cratloe.
Let off for Cratloe, but back to that goal. Mark Killeen gave an outstanding pass. Beautiful weighted pass onto Keelan, took the 1-2, and then he was coolness personified. You'd swear he played it forwards all his life. An outstanding finish, low and hard. Pierce didn't even move. Great finish for Kilmurry. Huge start for Kilmurry as well. They're back in front, 1-1 to 3 points, and we're just hitting the 9.5-minute mark.
And it's Cratloe on the attack once again to Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath taking the ball out there in the middle of the field from Sean Collins, back into the wide open space of Shane Gleeson. Again back to this side, again sending it back out. Martin Ogie is on the ball on the far side of the field, again holding on to that ball on the far side, waiting for it. Again, a very, very special greeting there to Eva Clancy, of course, who's Martin Ogie's niece and who is making her first Holy Communion today. We'll come back to that in a moment. I'll tell you more about her. Out to the far side of the field, back out to Shane Neville. Shane Neville going through, now on to the left. The referee calling the play back, and again it's going to be a free in for Cratloe. So a greeting to Eva Clancy, who's making her first Holy Communion today, and to all, of course, everybody in her class as well. And I'm told she's a very, very handy camogie player as well. Again, on the far side, it's going to be a free in for Cratloe.
Yes, and just look at the Kilmurry lads, those people watching in from Clare GA. We had 12 Kilmurry defenders in their own half on that last attack, trying to bottle up that defence, and you can see that there's no gaps going forward. Kieran Morrissey was deemed the guilty party by Niall Quinn originally for the free. It wasn't Marty. I think there was Marty thought he was upended, but it's a yellow card for Kieran, and it'll be a free in. More importantly now for Cathal McInerney. Remember, he's 2 points behind Owen Cleary on the scoring charts. You would imagine a player of Cahill's class will be able to slot this and make that deficit 1, and more importantly here in the 2020 county football final, level the scores.
1-1 for Kilmurry Ibrickane, 3 points for Cratloe at the moment. There's Cathal McInerney standing over the free, about 42 metres out from the Kilmurry Ibrickane goal, dead straight in front of the goal, down here to the goal, down to here to our right hand side, and Cathal McInerney with 1 goal and 22 points on his chart so far. Let's see what's going to happen. Will it be 123? He has to get at least past the 125 to capture the top score challenge. He's not even thinking about that. That one ball lands straight over the bar, and the sides are level in Cusack Park. 1-1 for Kilmurry Ibrickane, 4 points it is for Cratloe with 11.5 minutes gone, Rory.
Oh, what a finish. Back to Killeen's goal. It's like the Premiership has restarted. It was like something out of the Premiership. Down into the bottom left-hand corner as you look away to our left-hand side. Kick-out's been taken, and it's a free out for Kilmurry, but a great start, real open game, really enjoying it still.
Absolutely. Ball moved down to the 45 metre line. Marty takes it fast up to Daniel Walsh. Daniel Walsh now bouncing the ball, being chased by Conor McGrath, being fouled by Conor McGrath. It's going to be a free for Kilmurry Ibrickane. You can be sure that Daniel will be in a hurry to take it. He's already taken it. Back out to Marty McMahon. Marty McMahon coming up through the centre of the field, about to be chased out there, but Marty is rock solid as they come. Back out it goes to Darren Sexton. Darren Sexton with this ball again, holding on to it. Now back out to the middle of the field, out to Andrew Shannon. Andrew Shannon back into the centre to Daniel Walsh again, out to Aidan McCarthy. Aidan McCarthy is Kieran Morrissey on his right hand side, and that's the man that gets the ball, fisting it into the space. Micheál Hogan, oh brilliant from Martin Ogie Murphy coming out there, fisting the ball practically right out of the hands of Michael Hogan on the far side of the field. Cratloe win it back, Podge is on it, taking it from Corn Lohanlon down along to this side of the field, and now Podge looking for assistance. Out here is Liam Markham, now changes direction, challenged by Dermot Coughlin, comes back into the middle of the field, still holding on to that ball, and again back to Conor McGrath, who's practically back in the centre half back position at the moment, switching play to Diarmuid Ryan on the far side of the field as well. Again a player down here in front of us. Play continues into Cathal McInerney. Cathal McInerney being challenged by Darren Hickey. It ups as the referee. The ball goes in, goes out over the line. It's a wide ball. It's all happening on the field here. 4 points for Cratloe, 1 goal and 1 point Kilmurry Ibrickane. 13 minutes gone here in this first half, Joe.
Yeah, Niall Quinn is going to come out. There's something the Kilmurry lads here on the sideline were incensed. I didn't see what happened. There seemed to be a tangle between, was it Podge and Dermot, I think, originally, but Niall Malone here right in front of us was the lines official. I saw him shaking his head for something, so he obviously had nothing to report. And Niall Quinn on the far side as well. I think one of the inside Cratloe lads were looking for a soft free maybe off Darren Hickey, but Niall was having none of it. Niall Quinn, the referee, waved the first wide for Cratloe. Dermot will be back on his feet again. Hugely important player for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Obviously David Collins is man right-hand marker today. That's an onerous job in itself, but the youngest of the Collins is well up for that. It should be an intriguing clash as we go along.
David Sexton with the kick out, rolling practically the ball right onto the middle of the field. Dara Sexton on it once again. Composure out to Martin McMahon, who in turn gets it to Mark Aline. That goal will be talked about for a while. Up to the middle of the field to the Darren Hickey in full flight, passing the middle of the field with 3 on his back, about to release the ball. He couldn't release the ball because he overcarried this as the referee. It's going to be a free for Cratloe. It's about to be taken by David Collins back here at the moment. Your commentary compliments of Innis Home Furniture, and of course greetings to everybody there on the Quinn Road Industrial Estate. David Collins back out to Conor McGrath, practically taking the ball right out. Andrew Shannon comes in, he wins the ball, he goes to the ground. It's going to be a free for Kilmurry Ibrickane inside their own half of the field. We're coming up to 14 minutes gone. 1-1 Kilmurry Ibrickane, 4 points Cratloe, deadlocked in the park as Martin McMahon is back there as well, about to be challenged by Colin O'Hanlon. Out to Shane Hickey in the middle of the field for Kilmurry Ibrickane, running right in front of him is Aidan McCarthy, but changes direction, gets it out to Keelan Sexton, about to be challenged by Michael Brennan. John Chaplin back behind the house, Sean Collins about to challenge him, still holding on to this ball, looking for support. Kieran Morris is the man that arrives through the centre, trying to get onto the right boot. He does, he gets it in. Oh, that's fantastic run right through the centre once again by Kieran Morrissey. He picked up a yellow card a few moments ago. Now he's picked up a point for Kilmurry Ibrickane here as we head in close enough at the moment to the water break, and that's exactly what has happened here. And what a way to finish it, Kieran Morrissey.
Kieran Morrissey from Ballymackay right up through and it's no great surprise that Mark Killeen and Kieran Morrissey, because Cratloe are keeping Sean Collins back in front of the D, playing the role of the scuba door, but the ball that's going in is finding Keelan out and right and left flanks. That means the space is going to have to come, or the attacking threat is going to have to come from deep. It has done so with Mark Killeen. Outstanding finish from him, equally good from Kieran Morrissey, an outstanding finish off his right foot, and the primary school teacher has put Kilmurry just ahead by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. They lead at the water break here by 1.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. Roisin Murphy is tuned in to us out in Melbourne. Would she be enjoying the game, would you imagine, Rory, at this stage? I think it's the most enjoyable encounter.
Oh, why wouldn't you be enjoying it? Still some great scores being picked off by both teams. But
yeah,
as I say, we've just been joined in the commentary box by a living legend on our left hand side. He always loved me as a referee.
It's the only place he can get a job now.
That's the voice, of course, of Joe Bradley.
Good afternoon,
thanks very
Joe.
much for joining us here on Clare FM at the water break.
Pleasure.
Are you enjoying the game so far?
It's a great pleasure. Well, it's interesting, the game. It's been a while since I've seen such a primitive defensive approach. Kilmurry they've just sacrificed their corner forward. They've brought him back to play in front of the fullback. And that's sort of dictating the game. The two teams most of the football's been played in the middle third. I think that Cratloe will be holding their heads in their hands, having given away the goal that they did. But one great way to beat a zonal defence like that is for the cornerback to sneak through. We see that all the time with Cora Finn and Liam Silk, just sneaking through. And that's exactly what happened. And a very, very calm finish.
We have a goal and a point already from the centre back and the corner back, Joe. That's not the defensive game we're normally used to.
Yeah, well, again, Cratloe having elected to drop their number 6 back and just to protect his 2 fullbacks, you would expect them to be tighter there. But, it's interesting the way both teams have been able to pick their way through the zonal defence so far. So neither has been very effective. Also, a very interesting thing, neither team has tried to kick long at all. Every single kick out has been short. It's very much a safety first game. So the goal that Kilmurry scored is invaluable.
Absolutely. Well, we're back in action here, Joe.
Just as I speak, the first long kick out, and he kicks it over the sideline. In typical Clare fashion. I'm joking, I'm only joking.
Joe, thanks a million for joining us here. We might talk to you again before the day is out. We might bring us back up here again. Enjoy the game.
Just Silva, as Joe said, in relation to the players, because it's so crowded, you're going to have a huge amount of tackle going in. The tackle count will be very high during the course of the game, but with so many players, unnecessary turnover from Kilmurry in the middle of the field. Can Cratloe punish the break? But invariably it'll mean that Kieran Morrissey in this instance is gone back in the scuba door role, and Marty, I'm sure, will be lying back in just a few moments in just a few moments as well. 1-2 to 4 points just after the break, 1 minute into the second quarter.
18 minutes gone, it is here, and as we said, that was the great Derry football legend, of course, analyst throughout the last 20 years on RTE, Joe Bradley, joining us here in the middle of the field. Podge Collins setting out Brian Considine. He's in front of the goal, he's trying to get off the left leg, still going across, now trying to move through, find a pocket right through the centre. No way through, says the referee. Fall in the ball. It's going to be a free out once again for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Brilliant defensive work back there on the far side of the field. Free out for the Kilmurry men, and it's Mark Killeen taking this ball right up through the centre of goal. It's going to be commentary compliments of Innis Home Furniture. Now it's out to the middle of the field to Diarmuid King, about to be challenged, holding on to the ball. He's been fouled, ready to take the free. Michael Hogan right on his shoulder. He's the man that takes the ball, gets it back to Marty McMahon. Once again, it's Kilmurry Ibrickane, 1 goal and 2 points. Cratloe 4 points here. 90 minutes exactly on the clock, and Dara Sexton is en route right up to the centre of the fence. Now moving out to the line. Back out it goes to Dermot Coughlin. Dermot Coughlin is Andrew Shannon on his right hand side. Now getting the ball through, but again linking up with Diarmuid King. He's coming through. Back out to Michael Hogan. Michael Hogan trying to get on to the left, gets it back out to Keelan Sexton. Again Noel Downs trying to release the ball. Now it comes out to Keelan Sexton, still dancing around, gets onto the right foot. It's high, it's dropping in, and it's a superb point from Keelan Sexton again, popping the ball straight over the bar. Kilmurry Ibrickane going into a 2-point lead here, 1-3 to 4 points. 19 and a half minutes gone, Joe.
Classic Kilmurry, just being patient. Their halfbacks pushing up. Michael Hogan, Noel Downs, the right men, loads and buckets of experience between them. They knew they wanted Keelan on it. Keelan bold enough, of course, to take on the opportunity. We've plenty of those kind of fractious frees in a moment. I'm sure Rory Hickey will have a comment on that, because Niall Quinn will note them, and eventually somebody could suffer before the game is out. Great running here from Liam Markham, right in front of our commentary position, and just as I said, he coughs up possession.
And he sends the ball back, the ball going astray once again to Ed McCarthy. Noel Downs is on it at the moment. Sean Chaplin on his shoulder, releases the ball across, but didn't have the power. As the ball goes in, it's going to be a free into Kilmurry Ibrickane. It was a giveaway all day long. Again, it's going to be a free over to the left of the goal as we look at it. Cratloe played Newmarket in the very first county football final in 1887. They did something today that they didn't do that day. They failed to score on that occasion, with Newmarket running out 14 points to no score winners. That won't happen today, Rory. Joe was talking about frees, but again, the tempo of the game has not dropped.
No, the tempo definitely hasn't dropped, but these frees, they will accumulate. The ticks and the yellows, they will accumulate as well. The referee is right on top of everything. He's been very good so far. It is a free in for Kilmurry and a chance for them to extend their lead.
And extend the lead they do as he pops the ball straight over the bar from the boot of Keelan Sexton. 1 goal and 4 points Kilmurry Ibrickane, 4 points for Cratloe here with 21 minutes exactly gone. Pierce the Lockfree getting ready for the kick out. Again going over to the far side of the field. The ball dropping right down. Great reading of the ball by Diarmuid King, popping it, winning it back to Marty McMahon. Marty McMahon going right up through the centre, being chased by Rian Considine, holding on to the ball. Back to Michael Hogan, back to the middle of the field is Shane Hickey popping the ball up to Daniel Walsh. Daniel Walsh on the far side, looking this one, trying to come back in, tries to get to Noel Downs. Noel Downs doing well, challenged by Michael Brennan on the far side, goes to the ground, gets up, looks around, trying to drive the ball back out. Ball going out over the line off the boot of Noel Downs. It's going to be a line ball for Cratloe on the far side of the field, and Martin Ogie is in a hurry. We didn't mention any breeze in the park. It's practically blowing on this occasion. Looking at Speg, there's hens going everywhere here. The tricolour is coming right into us here at the moment.
Like
so let's just say there's no breeze.
No, there's a small bit down at pitch side, and it's favouring the Cratloe boys in the first half. Won't make a huge difference to the game the way it's been played. Keelan a bit guilty of overplaying the last attack, and they haven't seen the ball since, but Diarmuid King has put in an immense 20 minutes here. He's got a big part of that as well. It looks as if the Cratloe are going to get the line ball on the far side, but Diarmuid is very instrumental in turning over the last couple of Cratloe attacks.
Again, it's taking Martin Ogie Murphy, has the ball in his hand at the moment, back into the centre of goal. Rian Considine is on the ball, again spilling the ball. Andrew Shannon trying to pick it up. He does. Is he going to the ground? He is, and it's going to be a free once again for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Shane Hickey is looking around. His options are limited, so he finds Mark Killeen, the goal scorer, coming up to the middle of the field. Now is Daniel Walsh on tour, right through the centre. Michael Hogan to his right hand side. He's looking around. Again, Diarmuid King arrives. He's the man that's been busy in the middle of the field, parading around the 65 metre line. Now about to release the ball to Aidan McCarthy. Aidan McCarthy trying to come through, bouncing the ball, holding it on the 45 metre line, going back and finding Kieran Morrissey. Kieran Morrissey to Dermot Coughlin. Dermot Coughlin again holding on to the ball outside the Cratloe 45 metre line, still going across the field, trying to hold on to that ball, and again it's going going to be Aidan McCarthy out to the far side to Mark Killeen. Mark Killeen out to Shane Hickey. Shane Hickey's going to have a pop from out the field. It's high, is dropping in, but the ball goes to the left and it goes wide. 1 goal and 4 points, Kilmurry Ibrickane. Cratloe 4 points. 23.5 minutes gone first half.
Again, a defender coming in from deep. You know, the game is nice and tight, as Joe Bradley referenced there a while ago. You have plenty of bodies back behind the ball. You know, no great gaps to the goal apart from the one exploited by Mark Killeen. But Shane kicking from distance, he'll be a little disappointed, but he won't deter him. He's well capable of kicking scores from distance, as he's proven in the past. He won the last championship. I think 2 points he kicked here in the 2016 replay as well. That was from a half forward position. Sean Collins has gone short with the free kick, and Cratloe go up the far side of the ground.
Again, it's going to be Martin Nogie Murphy through the centre to Podge. Podge is on the ball. Kieran Morris is on his shoulder, but still holding on to it. Now Podge trying to get through there, trying to get off to his right foot. He does, gets it into the centre, but Aidan McCarthy is there, all on his own, winning the ball back, getting it back to Martin McMahon. It would be fair to say Kilmurry Ibrickane well on top there in the last 6 or 7 minutes. We'll see what the lads are going to say just coming up to the break. On the far side of the field, it's going to be Martin McMahon. He's been fouled, looking around at the moment. Daniel Walsh was waiting for it, but it's going to be left, right in the centre. Andrew Shannon releasing the ball out to Daniel Walsh off the left boot, looking for Noel Downs, right into the chest of Noel Downs. Challenge down there he was at the moment, and it's going to be a free in once again. Sean Chaplin being penalised. Noel Downs about to take it.
Yeah, I'd say it was a mark kick called. You know, it was kicked from outside the 45. Don't know if there was a free. Niall Quinn didn't indicate it was a free, so it is a mark, and it would mean Noel Downs has his couple of seconds extra now to kick off his right foot. This fella has kicked many a good point for Kilmurry over the years,
and this one won't be one of them, because the ball looks like it's going to go to the right of the goal. Will it stay and play? The umpire says no, the ball goes to the right and it goes wide. Rory?
Yeah, it was a mark. Yeah, put his hand in the air and all, and he's had better kicks than that. Unfortunately, another wide clocked up. I reckon that's 4 or 5, 4 maybe for Kilmurry. But as you said, Sil, I think Kilmurry have the upper hand. They've had the best of the last 10 minutes in this game, and here they come. They've won the kick out once again.
And Darragh Sexton with the ball into the middle of the field. Mark Killeen playing well up the field at the moment, getting it across to the far side. Talk about well up the field, one corner back to the other, and that's on the Cratloe 45 metre line. Sending it back to Michael Hogan. Michael Hogan trying to look for a gap right through the centre, back out to Aidan McCarthy. Aidan McCarthy is Diarmaid King, but he bypassed it out across to Darragh Sexton. Sexton releasing the ball into Noel Downs. Noel Downs looking for support. He has an opportunity, sends it in. Oh, that's as neat as they come, right from the boot of Noel Downs. He had only inches to spare as he landed the ball straight over the bar. Kilmurry Ibrickane are gone into the lead on double scores, 1-5 to Cratloe's 4 points here, with 26 minutes gone in the first half.
and that's more reflective of what we've seen with the last 10 minutes, because Kilmurry have upped the ante and Cratloe haven't lived with them. You know, too many unforced errors from the Cratloe boys. Kilmurry forwards working like tigers, as you can see there. Keelan has up into David Collins, but he's stopping the play straight away, and Kilmurry seem to have the measure of what Cratloe have to offer at the back. Marty's pulling the strings, not quite convinced that the Cratloe sweeper is working for them. You know, Liam Markham, we haven't seen a whole pile of him. He's trying to cover in front himself or Sean Collins in front of Keelan, but Keelan's available all the time, so it's something I'm sure Cullum and his management team will have to reassess at half time.
It comes out to Shane Gleeson. Shane Gleeson on the far side of the field, trying to get right through the centre to Diarmaid Ryan. Diarmaid Ryan looking for Cathal McInerney. Darren Hickey again on the shoulder, but it's Cathal McInerney trying to bounce his way through back onto the 13 metre line. Has a kick from way out the field. It's dropping right into the edge of the goal. Again, the ball going in, but it goes to the right of the goal and it goes wide. It still remains 1 goal and 5 points for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Cratloe 4 points here. Almost 27 minutes on the clock as David Sexton getting ready for the kick out to Martin McMahon, to Shane Hickey, back to the goalkeeper David Sexton again, and he in turn gets it out to Darren Hickey. Darren Hickey holding on to the ball once again to Darragh Sexton. Darragh Sexton coming across the 45 metre line. Kieran Morrissey linking up. Darren Hickey now driving forward, looking around here at support, runs into traffic, loses the ball to the referee, and it's going to be a free for Kilmurry Ibrickane. It's taken fast by Aidan McCarthy. Back to Martin McMahon. Martin McMahon right down here at the moment, waiting patiently, looking for support. He gets that support from Aidan McCarthy. Again looking past the 65 metre line, heading for the Cratloe 45, going to the ground once again to the referee, and it's going to be a free for Cratloe, and a ticking as well.
I'd say more than a ticking, was something that happened in front of Niall Quinn, because straight away he called him whether Dermot was guilty of pulling back David Collins or not. It's going to be a yellow card for Dermot. He'll go into the book. Second player, that means from Kilmurry, the second player for this afternoon as well. Yellow card. No, I don't think he pulled him down. If he pulled him down, it's a black. We'll have to refer to our referee colleague here on the commentary box.
It is a yellow card.
You don't need the ref at all. Joe's called it right. It's a yellow card. You're right in front of the referee. Silly thing to do. Giving away possession. Liam Markham, or I think is it Sean Collins, is the ball in his hand. And here come Cratloe once again.
And it is on the ball at the moment. The Cratloe man is Liam Markham driving forward. And again, the rock solid Daniel Wall standing right there. Again, intercepting the pass right down in front of us. But it's taken fast. Up the ball goes to Noel Downs. Noel Downs being shadowed by Sean Chaplin. Gets on inside at the moment. About to be challenged. Again off the left. Both high and superbly landing the ball over the bar. Noel Downs in top class form in 2020 at the moment. 2 in a row from the man. 18 on his back. 1-6 to 4 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane at the moment lead by 5 as we head into the minute, or 29th minute of this first half.
Finding space, that's a lot easier. Big turnover.
And Michael Hogan with a shot, and again the ball going in. Free kick it is. The ball is rolled out there. It fell out. It landed right in front of Michael Hogan.
It was nearly too good to be true for Michael. You know, captain today after 18 long years of service for the Kilmurry Ibrickane seniors. He was there in 2002 and put a little dunt in the back of the Cratloe defender. Didn't get away with it. Well spotted, Niall Quinn.
And the ball comes out to Sean Collins, linking up there with his brother David in the middle of the field. Aidan McCarthy is in there, tight, right down in front of us at the moment. Your compliments of Innes Home Furniture. That's on the Quinn Road Industrial Estates. The greetings to Brendan and all the gang there at the moment. The ball comes out to Colin McInerney, completely surrounded. Back out to Diarmuid King. He has room, didn't realise he had even any kind of room with him. Into the middle of the field it goes, back out to Sean Collins, trying to get through that Kilmurry defence. Astin holding firm onto Podge Collins, onto his right. He's going to sell the dummy. He did release the ball back out to his brother Sean. Sean driving through the 45 metre line, back out again to Diarmuid Ryan, back to Podge. Kieran Morrissey again anchoring the centre half back position. Lee Markham is a pop from out the field, and Lee Markham landing the ball straight over the bar. A much needed score from Lee Markham and for Cratloe right down in front of us. Now we're going to see what the additional time is going to be. 3 minutes of additional time here in the park. It's 1 goal and 6 points for Kilmurry Ibrickane. Cratloe 5 points here, and we're almost in to the additional time. We're actually into it about 10 seconds. It's once again in the middle of the field. Martin McMahon back to his goalkeeper David Sexton at the moment, looking around. It's a measured game from Kilmurry Ibrickane. Every single ball, every single pass at the moment, they're holding on to it. Is David Sexton waiting for the opportunity. He has the ball. Come and challenge me, he said. Back out to Kieran Morrissey, back out to David Sexton. That's a dangerous ball, and now it's broken up by Conlow Handlin. He wins the ball back right in front of the middle, holding it on to the Shane Gleeson into the centre to Shane Neville linking up with Podge. Back he goes to Shane Neville. He has the opportunity, didn't receive out to the middle of the field. Shane Neville back to Podge. Podge has the opportunity. It looks like it's tailing to the right. It is going to the right, and it's going wide. 1-6 to 5. Kilmurry Ibrickane lead here, and we're into the first minute of the 3 minutes of additional time.
And just watch the kick out strategy now. All the Kilmurry lads will bunch to the centre and then break to their sides, and it's something that Cratloe, and I'm sure Colin will have been annoyed about. He wants players to go man to man. He wants to put pressure on the kick out, but Kilmurry Ibrickane and David Sexton are finding it fairly straightforward. Dara Sexton last occasion made a 25-yard dash across the pitch, picked up the ball, and from there on in Kilmurry kept possession, albeit that David kicked a kind of a loose pass away that gave the possession away for a finish. On the scoreboard, Cratloe lead by 4, or Kilmurry lead by 4, and the wide count, it's 4 for Kilmurry and 3 for Cratloe so far.
And Darren Hickey is the man that's down injured. The lowest score ever in a county final, of course, was recorded in 1914 when Innistells defeated Kilfenora 1 point to no score. The final was 1914 was played 2 years later in 1916, and you're looking at me, Joe, as if to say, were you there?
No, I know you lined out I know you lined out a cornerback for 6 Mile Bridge many years ago in a county football final as well. Whoa, high tackle here. Marty has got it. No, this is going to be Niall has gone straight for the card, or straight for the book. It'll be straight into the book. We'll go to Rory for this, but I'd imagine there's a big card coming out here for Conor Murray.
Yeah, high and around the neck, and up goes the yellow. Definitely yellow card. not a black card, not a pull down, just high and around the automatic yellow and an easy one for Niall Quinn. And Marty has the ball, kicks it back to the keeper, and here come Kilmurry once again with this measured build-up.
And it's David Sexton with the ball back out to the middle of the field. It goes, and it's Darren Hickey now linking up with Marty McMahon on the far side of the field, still holding on to it on his own 20-metre line. And Darren Sexton has gone from one side of the field to the other, has the ball in his hand, linking up. Shane Hickey behind him. That's the man he finds into the centre, again holding on to it. Now back to the goalkeeper, David Sexton as well. Again, Kilmurry playing all this inside their own 20-metre line. Now they're about to pass that. Is Marty McMahon to Shane Hickey on the far side. Rian Considine in full flight over there on the far side. As the referee blows the half-time whistle here in Cusack Park. It's Kilmurry Ibrickane 1-6. It's Cratloe 5 points. Again, Joe, a fast reaction before we go for the break and back for more chat.
I think the scoreline is reflective of it. I think Kilmurry are those 3 or 4 points better than what we've seen in the first half. Outstanding finish from Mark Killeen, and a goal, as we've said it all week long, a goal was going to be a big score today, given that we weren't going to see a huge amount of scoring like we did in the semi-finals. Kilmurry would be delighted with that. Horse has his tactics spot on. There's finding a lot of space in front of Keelan that Cratloe haven't coped with so far. So first time round, first half, and there's nothing as irrelevant in sport as the half-time score, but for now, at half-time in the 2020 county football final, Kilmurry are smiling because they deserve that 4-point lead.
So perfect timing here in Cusack Park as Niall Queen gets the second half up and running in the boys. On the substitute on the Cratloe side is the man on the ball at the moment. 1-6-5 as Kilmurry Ibrickane lead by 4 here as we head in. It's going to be in the boys with the ball in his hand, looking around here, trying to move the ball. Niall Quinn again looking back there, everybody going away. Now in the boys once again, taking the ball into his hand, again sending it across to this side of the field to Conor McGrath. Again Cratloe need a burst of a start into the centre of goal. Once again in the boys is on the ball, spilling the ball, and it's one back out there in the middle of the field by Daniel Walsh, who in turn sends it out to Keelan Sexton. Back defending it is. Ball coming up to the middle of the field, picked up out there by Dermot King, holding on to this one, moving into the centre. Now he has found an opening on the 45-metre line, still trying to get that ball away to the far side of the field, holding on to the men. Out it goes to Dermot Coughlin. David Collins on his shoulder at the moment, looking around here. Dermot Coughlin trying to go through the centre. Again, a man trying to win the free. Thought he did. Overcarrying, says the referee, and it's going to be a free out.
It's going to be a free out. You know, Dermot didn't trust his left leg on that occasion, but Shane Gleeson could be in trouble because something happened off the ball. I'd say it was following Keelan. Keelan's moved out on the 40. Dermot's gone into the verge of the square, but whether it be a black card or a yellow card, it'll be something that happened off the ball, and I think it was Chris Maguire here on the side. We'll go to Rory for further analysis.
Yeah, he's just gone for a yellow card, Joe. You might have seen more of that than I did. There was an altercation between the two. One player hit the floor. It's a yellow card. We're underway again, and Martin Ogie Murphy has the ball. He's just passing that 21 sill.
That's the man running out there to the 45-metre line at this stage, whipping the ball out to David Collins. David Collins ought to be challenged by Keelan Sexton. Solid tackle from Sexton. Fouled, and it's going to be a free. The Collins men line up again. Once again, it's Sean going through the centre. Michael Brendan has made a tour in this championship up through the centre. Now he's on the ball at the moment. Ball going to the ground, trying to spill it, but it's won back by Mark Killeen. Mark Killeen on the ground, looking for support. Gets it from Dermot King, whipping the ball down to this side of the field. It comes down to Keelan Sexton. Keelan back out to Dara, out to the middle of the field. Dara Sexton, the Sexton men combining up. It's out to the middle of the field to Keelan, trying to get onto his right. He's been fouled. It's going to be a free in once again. And again, frustration on the sideline of the Cratloe sideline at the moment as he looks around here. Back the ball goes. It's taken back to Dermot King in the middle of the field. Now it's going through the centre. Out to Keelan Sexton. It's high. It's dropping in. It's dangerous. It's dropping over the bar. Superb from the boot of Keelan Sexton. About 35 metres out, stretching the Kilmurry Ibrickane lead. 1-7 to Cratloe's 5 points.
And full marks to the Kilmurry Ibrickane management team. Horst and the boys down there as well by bringing out Keelan out to the 40. Ask more questions of the Kilmurry, because I'm sure Cratloe will have decided who was picking him up on the inside line, trying to cut off that through ball. He's now on the 40. He'll find a bit more space. Dermot will come out as well, so it'll be fairly crowded out there at times. In the boys back into the side now, playing wing back, has been fouled, very much involved since he came in. just a few moments ago. Sean Chaplin made way for him, and I would imagine we will see plenty more substitutes because there's no drop in the tempo.
As Lee Markham with the ball in his hand, back out to win the Boyce in the middle of the field, 1-7 to 5 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane lead by double score. Sean Collins is on again going through the centre, back out. Oh, that's superb from Darren Hickey, just puts the hand in, breaks up the attack, and now in the middle of the field and driving the ball forward is going to be Mark Killeen, again coming back through the centre, again holding on to it, now measuring the ball. Now that's a brilliant ball across. If Noel Downs can get control of this, Martin Ogie is on the case at the moment. Martin Ogie being fouled, and it's going to be a free out for Cratloe on the far side of the field. And Martin Ogie, as you'd imagine, in a hurry at the far side. 1-7 to 5. Kilmurry lead. Back up to Liam Markham. Liam Markham with the ball all on his own on the far side of the field. Commentary compliments of being his home furniture on the Quinn Road Industrial Estate. As the ball comes back out again, the ball being spilled, but they're still holding on to the Cratloe men. Up to Podge Collins. Podge heading for the Kilmurry Ibrickane 45-metre line. He's gone inside that. He's still selling dummies. Again about to be challenged by Kieran Morrissey. Back out to Cathal McInerney. Cathal McInerney was getting ready to shoot off the left. Now turns to the right and wins the free, and there's going to be a free on the far side of the field. There's two players down there at the moment.
Yeah, it was Darren Hickey and Podge collided with each other, but it's not a free. It's a stop for a head injury, so it means the Cratloe will get possession outside the 21, but they won't be able to shoot for the score. So we'll be back with that. It was a clash between Darren Hickey coming on one way, Podge going the other way. No, there was going to be no movement, no quarter after given, and the two boys now will get a bit of treatment, but we'll be back with them in a moment. Just while we have a break and play, I want to send Bertha greetings as always. Maureen Tuberty back there in Tullabrack, and Bertha recently. Congratulations to Maureen and Jimmy Considine, of course, in Cree, suburban Cree. Jimmy, if you're listening in, Brella Hunadic come on, and of course the most important star of the weekend, my good dear darling niece Roisin 11 tomorrow, celebrating a birthday. I'll be sharing the cake with her. I won't bake it, but I'll definitely eat it.
I was just going, you spoiled it, because I was just going to say I'll stay at the moment with Reen Considine on the far side of the field. Now Reen Considine trying to get through, but there's heavy traffic in the full back line. Now gets it out to win the Boyce. In the Boyce still trying to come through. Now it comes all the way back out to Podge. What a ball to going in, and he lands the ball straight over the bar. If Cratloe ever needed a score, they needed it now. It came off the boot of Podge Collins, sending it over the bar. 1-7 to 6 it is here. 4 between them. 5.5 minutes gone in this second half. Happy birthday greetings to our analyst here this afternoon. No, not Rory. It's going to be the Bowl Joe celebrating his 29th birthday tomorrow, plus that. Out to the middle of the field. Out to Kieran Morrissey. Again has been won out there by Dara Sexton. Dara Sexton out to Aidan McCarthy. Aidan McCarthy coming through the centre. Keelan Sexton again linking up. The Sexton men again linking up. Out to the far side. Dara back to Keelan. Keelan trying to get onto the right boot, goes to the ground. He's going to be fouled, and it's going to be a free in, Rory.
Yeah, and excellent stuff from Niall Quinn, indicated for an advantage. Kilmurry went forward, a second foul, and he gave the free from where the second foul occurred. Excellent bit of refereeing and a free in for Kilmurry at this stage, and we'll finish off the birthday sale. I only have one. Joe had 130 of them, but young Ruth Nettle, she's 13 today, and a very happy birthday today. I met her godfather, the great Enda Howard, this morning. He was buying the card, and I hope there's something in the car for Ruth. I'll be calling in for the cake to Rossnaree on the way home this evening. It's a happy birthday to her and a free in for Kilmurry here.
Absolutely. Social distancing at the birthday party, of course, with Rory this afternoon.
In the back garden still, in the back garden.
It's going to be Keelan Sexton with the ball. Dead ball right in the centre, just outside, about 35 metres out from the Cratloe goal to our right hand side. Pearce is inside in the goal mouth at the moment. The white cap on, the sun shining right into his eyes here in the park as Keelan Sexton again hoping to stretch the Kilmurry Ibrickane lead. At the moment it's a 4-point lead. What happens here is we keep an eye on the umpires. It's a 5-point lead as Keelan Sexton landing the ball straight over the bar. 1-8 to 6 from the boot of Keelan Sexton at the moment, and Kilmurry Ibrickane enjoying a 5-point lead.
Yeah, Keelan, you're always fancy from there, and you know what Kilmurry will say now, every time Cratloe get a score, Cratloe aren't out of the game by any manner of means. There's only the 2 scores still in it, really, though it's a 5-point lead, but they will need a goal as the game goes on. I know they came back with points the last day. They will need a goal as the game goes on, because I can't see Kilmurry giving up a few scores, that many amount of scores. Kilmurry will go score for score. They'll match them again, and the more crowded it is, the more packed it is, the more free-ridden it is, the better it'll suit the boys from Kilmurry. They've been down this road so many times before.
Back out to the captain Michael Hogan on the ball for Kilmurry Ibrickane at the moment. 1-8 to 6. Kilmurry Ibrickane lead at the moment by 5. Back out to Dermot Coughlin again looking at the ball in the Boyces down there as well, and Dermot Coughlin playing close to the line here, coming across here, still holding on to it. He's been fouled. It's going to be a free. Aidan McCarthy's in a hurry, changed his mind back to his captain, who in turn will look around here. Shane Hickey, hands on the hips at the moment. Michael Hogan with the ball, whipping it into the centre. He looked around and found Dermot Coughlin all on his own, now heading for the 13 metre line, coming back into the centre, still holding on to the ball, gets it back out to Andrew Shannon. Andrew Shannon off the left boot. What a superb score. What vision there was by Michael Hogan. Dermot Coughlin patiently waited. Andrew Shannon arrived off the left boot, sent it over the bar. It's double scores in the par. 1-9 to 6 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane leading here by 6.
And a big shout out to Tom Lillis, a former great for Kilmurry Ibrickane back in the 60s. He's down there in County Limerick. He'll be listening in. I know Diane and Jack and Eric are here at the match. They wanted to send in greetings, so very best luck, Tom, down there. Kilmurry, your beloved Kilmurry, 6 points to the good. 8 minutes 48 seconds into the second half.
Absolutely down on the ground at the moment, and again that'll give me an opportunity to bring a very, very special welcome all the way from Melbourne in Australia. Tom and Nora McMahon are listening in, and of course a devoted Cratloe supporter, was home here in 2013 and 14 for the county football finals, all the way from Melbourne in Australia for that. So thanks to Kushla on that, and that's of course again for and from all the chaplains in Cratloe as well. So at the moment, that's the way it is. As Tom McMahon down here in the middle of the field, we're looking at changes, Joe. But Joe have something there. There's two changes on the side, Cratloe side. In just a moment, Billy Sheehan is going to be one, and we'll keep an eye on the others. Looks like Killian Fuere is coming on, but the play resumes at the far side. Cathal McInerney trying to get on the ball. Darren Hickey is back there as well. Again, the ball coming off his hand out over the line. 45 for Cratloe on the far side of the field.
45, yeah. It looked as if Darren knocked the ball away. I know he's contesting that. He was obviously in there, but Kilmurry will contest everything. In fairness, they're contesting with the right man, because David Russell Clarecastle won in Knockatullo got him. He's very clear that it was a 45. You could just see a small bit of panic pushing into Cratloe now. They're going for changes. No great shock there, because some of what they've tried today hasn't worked, and Sheehan will come in. Lorna Park, a big experienced player, of course, and played a big part the last day. Did Billy as well in the last couple of minutes. We know what Killian Fair can do. He's well capable of kicking scores. We'll stay with the play. It's in the boys.
And it's in the boys, drilling the ball through the centre, but again the ball going off his leg. Killian Fuere coming onto the Cratloe side along with Billy Sheehan. The man that's coming off is going to be a Rian Considine coming off for Billy Sheehan at the moment. That's the first change. There will be another one in just a few moments here on the Cratloe side. That's going to happen very, very shortly here. Killian Fuere, Rian Considine coming off. Also coming off is going to be Shane Neville, and Killian Fuere is the man that's going on. Two changes on the Cratloe side as we head into almost 11 minutes gone here in the second half.
Yeah, and here comes Sheehan, a man who's won titles with UCC and UCD, bidding to win a Clare title with Cratloe here today. Obviously played for Laois for a long number of years, based down here now. Can he make the difference still? Can he turn things around? It's scores now and possession in the middle of the field that Cratloe need. Get their inside forwards loose, get scores on the board, and they've won that kick out still, and here they go with Podge.
And the ball comes to Podge. Killian Fuere, the man that intercepted that ball. Podge going through, he has the opportunity off the left, and the ball comes off the post. A ball going to the left and going wide. It came off the post and it goes wide. 1-9 to 6 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane here enjoying a double scores lead. 11 and a half minutes gone here. It's going to be once again, it's going to be David Sexton with the kick out. Players running absolutely all over the place. Now it comes out. Martin McMahon is on the ball. He's on his knees. He gets up. He spills the ball. He goes back. Now he gets it out to Darren Hickey. Darren Hickey to the middle of the field where Diarmuid King has the ball in his hand, trying to come right through. He is casually sloping through the centre. Links up with Keelan Sexton. Keelan Sexton is looking up at the options. Again decides to go direct through the centre to Noel Down. Back to Dermot Coughlin. Dermot Coughlin to the 20 metre line. Now it comes back to Keelan again, trying to get the ball onto his hand. He's been very, very busy. Ball coming through the centre. The ball is spilled out to the far side. Killian Fuere is the man that wins the ball. He's been fouled. He's been taken fast. Referee calling play back. He's going to have a word with Shane Hickey, who is on the ground at the moment when he gets up.
Yeah, that'll suit Kilmurry as well, you know. But a great tackle from Michael Brennan. He just, when Dermot was about to pull the trigger, he got his right hand in, knocked the ball away. It was Keelan that picked it up. Again, a little bit of argy-bargy, nothing too serious about it. It'll suit Kilmurry down to the ground, kill the tempo. Remember, they have that 6 point lead. 6 point lead in a game where scores are hard to come by. It's a big, big lead. And as the game goes on, you would imagine Cratloe are getting very, very anxious. They haven't got their game flow at all. Back to Killian Fair. He's gone in and centre half off. They pushed up, trying to take Marty his role out of the game more than Marty out of the game. It means that Marty will have to pick him up now in the full back line. No better man to do that.
It's Lee Markham being challenged by Andrew Shannon in the middle of the field, but Markham is still driving it through at the moment. It's double scores, 1-9 Kilmurry Ibrickane, 6 points for Cratloe. Conor McGrath is drilling through the centre and again linking up with Conlow, handling back to Sean Collins. Sean Collins again blocked down as the ball goes in. Must be a 45, says David Russell. It is. It's going to be a 45 for Cratloe. Let's see who's going to line up to take it. In 1917, Clare won the football title beating Kilkee, but nobody knows the score. And that's because the Clare champion could not report on the game because the offices were occupied by the British forces and nobody could report on the game. And a man by the name of Tom O'Garry was a member of the Clare team. That wasn't your nickname that time?
No. I don't know if he was later on. He probably was. As long as Clare won, I don't mind. We'll stay with the play. Podge selling dummies left, right, etc. Cathal McInerney to profit.
Cathal McInerney, high, dangerous, ball dropping in, ball going in, is it into the back of the net? It is for Cratloe again. The umpire's been called in. Conor O'Handlin was right on the edge of the square. He batted the ball into the back of the net. The umpire was there. Both umpires are there at the moment. Niall Quinn is there. This is going to be interesting, Rory.
Very interesting. The question that Niall Quinn has to ask the umpires is, did he follow into the square after the ball was released from his foot way out there on the left-hand side? So the umpire didn't go for the flag. That would indicate that they think there's something wrong, maybe a square ball. Was the player standing there when he palmed the ball into the net? They've reached for both flags, which means the score is going to be disallowed still. I think, to be honest, it's a correct decision. Flags are about to be crossed and no goal for Cratloe.
No goal for Cratloe.
That's a big bounce for Kilmurry. I have to say, from the outset, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I thought the ball was hanging for a long time. But again, I don't know where his initial movement came from. But we'll stay with the umpires in there. They were right beside it. We always give the benefit of the doubt to the officials who are near the play. And in fairness to David Russell, and they were inside there. Kilmurry are in a bit of bother though at the moment. And I'd say it could very well be a free in.
David Sexton on the ball again. It's going to be a free in down here to our right hand side once again, left hand side, and again it's going to be a free in right on the 13-metre line. The tempo of this game, the closing 15 minutes, there's going to be a break very, very shortly. It'll be the final opportunity for Colm Collins and Aidan Horse Maloney to have a final word with their team as they head into the closing 15 minutes. We're not quite there yet. It's going to be Cathal McInerney off the left boot, surely tap it over. He does tap it over. There's 5 between them. Kilmurry Ibrickane 1-9. Cratloe 7 points here. And again, we're into the water break, Joe.
Yeah, Cathal McInerney, guys, got his 2 points. He's now tied with Owen Cleary on the top scorer award, but Cratloe have upped the ante the last couple of minutes. It's really throwing caution to the wind because they had to rescue it. They're still 5 points in arrears, and you know you're dealing with a very experienced Kilmurry Ibrickane side who will know how to see out the game. It'll be up to Cratloe. Cratloe have been very impressive in their semi-final with the way they attacked the game. They have to throw caution to the wind at the moment because so far Kilmurry are deserve that 5-point lead.
And the man himself from the county of Derry is joining us. Joe back here again. Joe putting the pyro in.
Yes.
We're going into the closing 15 minutes of this game. It's all to play for.
Well, I mean, Martin McMahon has totally dictated the game. He's gone as a sweeper, full-time sweeper from corner forward to full-back. And I'm amazed when I was told that they usually do that, Kilmurry, because Cratloe look as though they've been completely taken by surprise. Not only is McMahon, playing in front of the full forward, and the full forward they've left totally isolated. I mean, Cratloe haven't taken any measures whatsoever to deal with the sweeper. They haven't pushed someone up on him. They haven't told the full forward to come out and stand on his shoulder. They haven't pushed up the half-forward line to play around him. So they've left him completely isolated behind the sweeper. And then the other thing is that McMahon's picking up all the kickouts. And he's always there. As soon as they run into trouble around the middle, they turn, they knock it back to him. And they're really controlling the game now.
Can I ask you one question, Joe, before we resume? You think Cratloe have a player here that can get a goal and wave the kisses to the crowd like you did when you were playing?
Well, I mean, the problem with Cathal McInerney is he's becoming increasingly frustrated because they've left him in there on his own behind McMahon. And McMahon's a hell of a footballer. He's a very neat footballer, very tidy skills. He's mopping up everything. And you can see that Cratloe are becoming increasingly dispirited. In fact, if the big number 12 from Kilmurry would lay the ball off a bit instead of solo running all the time, Kilmurry would be out of sight. But certainly Kilmurry look very, very dominant at the minute and very comfortable.
And the experience that Kilmurry have built up over the years, this is right down there, Barrow. They'll sit on that. Marty McMahon played for the county for years in the exact same role. And, we spoke about the kick-out and the value of the kick-out from the way Kilmurry play. It's all about possession. They'll look for their men. They'll all bunch the middle, hit for the sides. leads, and it's too easy at times, and I'm sure Colm Collins will be scratching his head because it's something he will have been well warned about.
I mean, I think the big thing, no pressure whatsoever on the Kilmurry kick-out. So they've won 8 kick-outs in a row, and then there's huge pressure going on to the Cratloe kick-outs. I mean, as things stand, Cratloe really needed that goal, and it was obviously an eagle-eyed umpire to see that he was in the square before the ball was kicked. I mean, the ball was kicked a long way away.
We disputed it here, Rory.
It looked like a goal to me,
I had to say I didn't see anything wrong with it at the time, but those were the breaks to win championships.
We're back in action here in Tuesday Park. Joe, once again, thanks a million for joining us here. An absolute pleasure it is. Back here to Rory. I said Joe Bradley joining us here at the water break for the second time today. In the middle of the field, it's the home straight it is for the 2020 County Senior Football Championship Final. Kilmurry Ibrickane 1-9, Cratloe 7 points. Michael Brennan is on the ball for Cratloe. Back into Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath is down the middle of the field. Back to Diarmuid Ryan. Diarmuid Ryan fisting the ball to Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan laying the ball right in front of Shane Gleeson. Shane Gleeson popping it back to David Collins. It's all happening outside the 45-metre line. That's the Kilmurry 45-metre line. No, Michael Brennan is up at the moment, trying to get through the centre to Sean Collins. Sean Collins still going through. Daniel Walsh on the shoulder. Ball goes back and he fists the ball high and sends it over the bar. Cratloe breezing through the centre. It's back to 4 in the park. 19 minutes on the clock. 1-9 to 8 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane still leading by 4. Diarmuid King is on the ball in the middle of the field, about to be challenged. Release the ball out to the centre, but again Conor McGrath winning the ball back. Again going right through the centre, surrounded by Kilmurray players. Now gets it back to Podge. He's going to go right through the centre. Now he's been fouled. Now he wins the free. It's dead straight in front of the goal. It's about 30 metres out, and a golden opportunity for the Cratloe men, and it's going to be Conor O'Hanlon that's going to take it. There's 4 between them right now at the moment. Conor O'Hanlon, all eyes on him as he comes up to take this one. Dead straight in front of the goal when he kicks it. 35 out, 4 behind on the scoreboard back here to our left hand side at the moment. Conor O'Hanlon about to come up to kick this one. It's high, it's dropping in. Again the ball landing in, and it's landed straight over the bar. There's 4 between them as Darren Callaghan coming on to the Kilmurry Ibrickane side, and the man that's coming off is going to be Noel Downs. Back 2 fantastic points in the opening half. Now it's back to 3, Joe. So much to play
and
for.
little things. Liam Markham got a right hand inside amongst a middle of players there, a whole mehel of them, to push the ball Cratloe's way. They didn't got the ball into Podge. He was duly high tackled. Free kick, no question or doubt about that. It's now a 3-point game. We've seen Cratloe do this against Brackens when it looked as if they were going from the cut. And a measure of that, the last couple of kick-outs, David Sexton has gone long. They won the first one off the break, but it's beginning to go Cratloe's way. They're beginning to build up a bit of momentum. Can they narrow that gap once more? Conor McGrath on possession.
Conor McGrath with a piece of magic from Diarmuid Ryan from the kick out, winning the ball back to Billy Sheehan, back out to Michael Brennan, touring along inside the 45-metre line. He's still going through. I told you before, his father won championship medal. The ball going through Michael Brennan. A ball is spilled right on the edge of the square. Referee is still looking in. It's going to be a free in right to the goal at the moment. They're calling the play back. His father John, of course, winning senior championship medals and Munster Club with 6 Mile Bridge. It's going to be a free. Conor O'Hanlon coming up to take this one. 1-9 to 9 on the scoreboard. Kilmurry Ibrickane leading by that Mark Killeen goal. Conor O'Hanlon high, and Conor O'Hanlon slotting the ball over the bar. It's back to 2 in Cusack Park. We're in for a grandstand finish as we expected. 21 minutes on the clock, Rory.
Yeah, Kilmurry will need, sorry for interrupting, Rory, Kilmurry will need cool heads. We expect to see in the Coughlin very, very quickly. I know he went down a while ago to warm up, but I'd imagine there'll be an SOS out for him because they need steady heads, no better, steadier than Marty. They need to get their possession game going because Cratloe are throwing everything, the hammer, the hatchet, the 2 handles, everything they have at Kilmurry at the moment, but still the Bricks hold that 2-point lead.
Again, the ball into the middle of the field. Sorry, Roy, into the middle of the field. It's Michael Hogan back to Dermot Coughlin. Dermot Coughlin driving the ball again, trying to drive it through, surrounded by 3 Cratloe men, holding on to the ball, gets it back to Kieran Morrissey fisting the ball through the centre out to Mark Killeen, and Mark Killeen looks up, has the vision. Darragh Sexton on the far side of the field, all on his own, racing through the centre, now looking for support. Back over to his left-hand side, Andrew Shannon. Now ball coming into the centre. Ball looking through. Again, Daniel Walsh arrives right on the 20-metre line. About to be challenged. Takes the kick. Oh, that's a superb score from Daniel Walsh as he pops the ball over the bar. A crucial score for the Kilmurry men. 1-10. 8 minutes left in this game, plus additional time.
Oh, what a response from Kilmurry. Just about to introduce in the Cockle. What a response from the first score for Daniel Walsh. All the pressure coming from Cratloe, and down the field they went. That patient build-up they've used all game, lads, and over the bar. Great score for Kilmurry. Will that be the one to bring home Jack Daly? But here come Cratloe again.
Ball in the middle of the field. David Collins going through on the 45-metre line. Challenge foul. It's going to be a free for the Kilmurry men. They're in a hurry to take it. It's a dangerous ball dropping right into the centre. Again, trying to get control of it is Podge. Getting inside 20-metre line. Now still selling dummies. Conor McGrath is right. He has room to kick it in. It goes in. Ball in front of the goal, but it's batted out. And it's going to be Marty McMahon that tidies it up. Shane Hickey is going to leave it to Mark Colleen. Coming out with this ball on this side of the field. 1-10. 3 between them. Number 10, Michael Hogan, the captain, is on the ball. Back out in the middle of the field to Diarmuid King, holding onto that ball, whipping the ball across to the middle of the field. And once again, Kieran Morris, he goes right through the centre, about to be challenged by Michael Brennan. Releases the ball to Keelan Sexton. Keelan Sexton running off the shoulder of Andrew Shannon, but Keelan still holding onto the ball. Darragh Sexton is right behind him at the moment, being challenged out there by Sean Collins. Back it goes to Darragh Sexton. Kilmurry outside the 45-metre line. That's the Cratloe one. Back out to Aidan McCarthy. Aidan McCarthy trying to slow things down for the Kilmurry men, as the clock will tell us 24 minutes, 6 minutes plus additional time. 3 between them on the board. 1-10 to 10 points. This Kilmurry Ibrickane leading out to Darragh Sexton. Darragh Sexton again going up along the terracing stand where the 200 supporters, maybe 100 on that side, 100 on this side, out to the middle of the field. It's still won back by Keelan Sexton into the centre of goal. High ball from Wade, from Andrew Shannon. High. It's dropping in. It goes to the left of the goal and it goes wide. 24 on the clock. 6 left in the game. 3 between them, Joe.
3 between them, and we have it's going to be make it set for a very tight finish. It's their 5th wide of the afternoon, but you see the last couple of minutes, Kilmurry, going back to the tried and trusted, keeping possession of the ball, waiting for the overlap off the shoulder. Now it's up to Cratloe to lift the siege again. Just want to compliment Joe Brawley's coming down tonight for our big draw back in the Sheila Callan. €53,000 raised in the Sheila Callan. Change your colours. Full marks to Anne-Marie, the Callan family, and of course the main driving force behind it, Michal Telty. Big prizes up there for sets of jerseys and trips up to the Intercontinental, back in Trumps as well. Huge sponsors that have laid, put their sponsorship, put their money on the line, and we'll have a huge occasion to finish off the draw tonight. Back to Cratloe and Sean Collins.
And Sean Collins on the ball, taking it from in the boys, trying to get off to his right side. Back to Cathal McInerney. Cathal McInerney, it's a neat ball going in, and the ball once again goes to the right side. 1-10 to 10 it is here. 5 minutes plus addition. There's 8 minutes left in this game, no matter which way you look at it.
Oh yeah, and you'd be thinking now still it's a green flag that Cratloe are going to need. Can they clock up 3 points? 1-10 to 10 points. Kilmurry have the kick out, and I'll tell you, they'll take their time coming up the field with this one. If they could clock one more score, still, you'd nearly say they're home and home. They're down the middle still.
And Darragh Sexton is the man on the ball. And again, first times it in his side to Dan Canlan. Canlan coming off the left. He sells the dummy, goes to the right. Now another one out to Michael Hogan. Michael Hogan turns on to the left. Oh, that's superb from Michael Hogan and from Dan Canlan as well. They combined. They put the ball over the bar. They put Kilmurry Ibrickane into a 4-point lead. And there's just over 4 minutes of official time left here. And there's 4 between them.
4 between them. Michael Hogan, the man from Clonahenshy, domiciled in Quilty now, captain of the team, as I said, there since 2002. He'd like nothing better to finish off his glittering career with taking home Jack Daly to Quilty tonight. He's a bit of work to do all the time. Sean Collins has carried the fight in the third quarter. Marty is upended and could very well be looking at a black card here, Rory.
Yeah, printed all over it, around the waist and down to the end. Niall Quinn is calling him aside. Cratloe can't take the kick. The ref has to issue the card. Marty probably did the right thing, as I say. I know the term taking one for the team, wrapped around the waist of the Cratloe man down to the floor, and nearly sure this would be a black card, but you could never be certain, lads.
Again, it's going to be a yellow card for Marty McMahon back at the moment. Again, looking down, such activity down on the sideline at the moment. There's 4 between them. 26 and a half minutes, 3.5 plus additional time. Cathal McInerney will surely bring it back to 3. We won't put the course on him at the moment, but he's dead straight in front of the goal. He's in the edge of the semicircle at the moment, and by his standards, the ball goes in, and it goes incredibly to the right of the goal, and it goes wide. Still 4 between them here in the park, and that just about wraps it up up, Joe, from that point of view. It was a tap over by his standards in the Coughlin coming onto the side. Michael Hogan, the man that's coming off.
Yes, in the Coughlin, you know, the experience, probably the most experienced player in Kilmurry. India will all but be keeping ball. He'll direct his first cousin Dermot out further. India will go in and he'll pop up. He'll keep possession of the ball. Expect to see Michael O'Dwyer, Pat or Keith King as well. They'll go for the experienced heads to see out this. It's all about possession, and it looks as if this one is kicked out from David Sexton. He hasn't done much wrong, not only today but throughout the championship. Cratloe still battling, still holding on to hope they can rescue this championship. It's a big ask right now.
It's Killian Frere on the ball at the moment, going right across the middle of the goal. It's like contested right in front of the goal. Conlon handling with the ball in his hand. Again, calling for the mark over. Carrius is the referee, Rory.
He's correct, Sid, because I tell you what, he was looking for an inside mark, but the ball was kicked from the 21 metre line out here in the sideline. It has to be kicked from outside the 45. The player stood around with the ball in his hands, waiting for the mark. It didn't come. He overplayed the ball. Good decision from Niall Quinn. It's a free out. Kilmurry have possession again.
111-10 it is here at the moment. It's 4 points. Kilmurry breaking leading as we go into the closing 2 minutes of the 2020 County Senior Football title. They're on the attack. They're in the middle of the field. Diarmaid King on the ball at the moment. Again, what a game he's had here in the park. Right through the centre to Keelan Sexton. And what a game he has out to Darren Callan. Callan off the left boot. It's way out the field. It's high. It's dropping in. It goes to the right of the goal. And it goes wide once again. It's going to be a kick out in a hurry to take it. It's going to be Pierce DeLockery. He's going to take this one. We'll keep an eye on the additional time. Again, looking out, it's going to be Martin Ogie Murphy about to take this one to the far side of the field. It's won back there by Inda Bice. Inda Bice now turning back into traffic, looking at the moment, releasing the ball to Sean Collins. Sean Collins across to Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan coming back with this one. Again, out to the middle of the field. It's won back by Michael Brennan. Michael Brennan holding on to it, heading for the 45 metre line. Now gone well inside it, kicks the ball. The ball goes to the left of the goal and it goes wide. 29 on the clock. Just at the moment, the RNLI Clare Lifeboat Appeal will be launched at Blackhead Lighthouse on Monday evening, October the 5th. That's tomorrow, or Monday week, by Ellen Glenn and Sarah Feeney, the two girls rescued off Inishir on the Arden Islands. Also attending will be Shelley and John Galvin from the Clare Champion and Trish Ryan from the RNLI Lifeboat. So people can donate now by logging into the RNLI website, and of course the one and only Joe Queely keeping us informed there in the middle of the field. And again, it's Mark Colleen, the scoreboard 111-10. The clock will say 20 seconds of official time here as the ball goes out over the line, and Billy Sheehan is in a hurry to take this one.
Mark Killeen just I'd say took a clatter for his works. Mark has put in a tremendous performance, you know, picking up Conor McGrath at the start. Conor hasn't scored from play, and Mark has a goal to his name, but Mark will go right back in. They'll know it's a goal or nothing for Cratloe. They're not going to rescue it with 5 points. They need at least 2 scores, but in fairness to the boys in blue, they won't give up the mark. No better man than Ogie to lead that charge. They'll fight to the bitter end. They need a bit of luck right now though,
and they have 5 minutes to get it. 5 minutes of additional time as the ball comes out to the middle of the field. Again, trying to control it is Podge. Takes the knock, goes to the ground, and it's going to be a free in for Cratloe. Again, off the edge of the semicircle. This will be an opportunity to cut the deficit to a single goal here in the park. One of the Cratloe lads down injured at the moment, but all eyes on Cathal McInerney as he comes up to take this one. An opportunity to bring it back to a 1-score lead by Kilmurry Ibrickane. Again, other players on the ground, everybody back on their feet. Cathal McInerney with the ball in his hand. Your commentary compliments of Innes Home Furniture on the Quinn Road Industrial Estate this afternoon. Cathal McInerney high, landing this ball in and sending the ball over the bar, and the top score award, of course, is now going to be picked up by Cathal McInerney later on at the presentation. We will have one. Will we have it in 60 minutes? Will we have it in 80? At the moment, you'd say Kilmurry Ibrickane are in pole position here at the moment to lift the Jack Daly once again to this side of the field. It's Marty McMahon on the ball. He goes to the ground. He's been challenged, releases the ball back. It's been picked up there to the far side of the field. Now it's been won back by Podge Collins. Podge, Darren Hickey again proving an obstacle out here in the corner, getting the ball into the wide open space. Now it's won back by Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath back to Lee Markham. Lee Markham to Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan to Diarmaid Ryan. Diarmaid Ryan is side to Killian Frere. He turns around, kicks the ball in, and he kicks the ball to the right of the goal, and it goes wide. 3 between them as we're well into the 2 minutes of additional time. 3 3 minutes to go here, Rory. It's still there.
I'd like to hear what Joe thinks of that. I thought there was a sniff of goal for number 24 there, and he's back for Cratloe. 5-6 hand passes in a row. He was out to the right hand side, went to chip it over the bar. He could have blazed that one. What do you think, Joe? I thought he could have gone for a goal.
In fairness, I thought it was a slow pass from Dermot Ryan. It got him in a standing position. He probably didn't fancy his chances. Keelan has picked up ball, and this is broken play. Will flatten. Kilmurry will flatten on Daniel Walsh. What a season he's had, the young man. And you'll fancy him from here, Sil.
And then again, Daniel Walsh still going through, fisting it in, and he fists the ball in and sends it over the bar from the hand of Daniel Walsh. And man that arrived in the middle of the moment on the far side. Michael O'Dwyer was the man that assisted there, coming right through the centre. It's now back once again to 4 points. Kilmurry Ibrickane 112, Cratloe 11 points. 2.5 minutes left in this game, and that's including additional time. Back to Liam Markham. Liam Markham looking around here, looking and fisting the ball across. He's finding Conor McGrath. Conor McGrath back to win the Bice. In the Bice in the middle of the field, up to Billy Sheehan. Billy Sheehan to Sean Collins. Sean Collins coming right through the centre. Andrew Shannon again proving an obstacle, winning the free. It's going to be taken fast by Sean Collins outside the 45-metre line. Is about to kick it. The referee Niall Quinn is right there pointing to the spot on the far side, rolls the ball into the place. Billy Sheehan at the moment is on the ball. Now he's the man that's going to take it, sends it up to Lee Markham. Lee Markham about to be challenged by Inda Coughlin, still holding on to the ball. He knows he has to get the ball inside. Cathal McInerney has the ball. Darren Hickey is back there. Ball goes to the ground, still trying to win it, and the ball is won by Darren Hickey. It comes out to Darren Sexton, and Sexton sending the ball out to Mark Aline, running into Sean Collins on the far side of the field. He's been deemed as a foul. It's going to be a free in for Cratloe.
Yeah, it must have been a high elbow or something Niall Quinn seemed to indicate. But back to Darren Hickey, I could see him just remonstrating after winning that last ball. Paul Hickey was only about 20 yards from him above in the stand. He jumped for joy as well. They're nearly there, Kilmurry. It looks as if it'll be going up the handtail again. It's a yellow card. Keelan won't mind that bit in these. No one in Kilmurry, no one in Quilty, Mullock or Coor will mind, because Jack Daly looks as if he's hitting back west one more time. The Cratloe boys will never give up the ghost, but they're 34 minutes in, 1 minute to go, 4 points in arrears. They simply have to kick this ball over the bar and win the kick out.
It's going to be Cathal McInerney off the left boot once again. 112 for Kilmurry Ibrickane, Cratloe 11 points, and Cathal McInerney simply has to score this one. Let's see what's going to happen. Off the left boot, some very, very similar position just a few moments ago. Getting ready to kick this one is Cathal McInerney. It's high, it's dropping in, and it's landing straight over the head of David Sexton in the goal as he sends it over the bar. There's one goal between the sides. Can Cratloe win the kick out? Can they put their hands on the ball here at the moment? If they do, they'll have to make them a maximum out of it, because right now there's 20 seconds, and that's including the additional time here. So it's very simple for Cratloe. They need to get their hands on this ball to have any chance. The ball is high, it's in the air, and it falls back into the hands of Darren Callan for Kilmurry Ibrickane, who in turn gets it back to Keelan Sexton. Keelan Sexton driving through. Lee Markham on the shoulder. Sexton still holding on to it. Back out to Darren Callan, and Darren Callan sends it in, but it goes to the right of the goal and it goes wide. Now, is there another chance? We're just gone over the time. The referee has the whistle in his hand. The ball is kicked out, and Kilmurry Ibrickane are the county champions of 2020 in the most extraordinary year of championship football of the GA season. They're the men that captured the Jack Daly 112-12. They're jubilant down on the sideline at the moment, and again looking down at the players on the field, and the flag's been waved on the far side of the field as well. Kilmurry Ibrickane and Aidan Horst Maloney once again capture the Jack Daly trophy.
Yeah, full marks to them. I thought they fully deserved it, and from day one against Milltown here, they carried the fight. You know, they said last year, I don't think they got the credit they deserved last year. They were within a sniff of it last year. Milltown deserving winners, no doubt or question about that. But you can see Horst and just saw Horst and Slasher embrace there. These are all football men to the core, and you know, it's the same down in Cratloe. Colm Collins will be absolutely devastated. We didn't see what the best Cratloe had to offer today, but in fairness to them, every one of them, man, are out to shake hands or to touch knuckles or elbows or whatever it is that they can do at the moment. It's been a terrible year in terms of, you know, what the country has got to endure, but thankfully we have our football, and we have teams like Cratloe, like Kilmurry, who are willing to go out and give of their best today. Kilmurry are back on top of the podium, on top of the football ladder in Clare, and no